Hey everyone, are we on here? I'm just gonna craft some Christmas cards today. I have a lot of Christmas cards to make and I have been procrastinating, so I thought I would just pop on here and do some cards. And if anyone wants to join in and talk and chat while I craft, great. So I wanted to a few things. I've already been doing a few Christmas cards. Let me get my iPad up here. I've already made a few Christmas cards and I have some ideas of things that I want to try. So we're going to try it out here. So I have some Raven Black cardstock. This is from Brutus Monroe, so we need it 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. So I'm going to cut that down to make a card. And I'll show you here what I've already been doing. Hey Dee, thanks for joining in. So glad to see someone watching. So here's a few Christmas cards that I've already been working on. So this one, I've got a cute little poinsettia here, and this is the Christmas Eve embossing powder in the background. And I actually stamped this with the Unity brick wall background stamp, and I just thought it looked really fun. So it's not a perfect stamped impression. I didn't use my Misty, but I thought it looked really, really fun. Hey, thanks for joining. We're just going to do some Christmas cards. Here is one of the Christmas Unity stamp backgrounds. I only got one. I really wanted the Christmas tree, but I got the Merry Christmas one. Where is it? It's here on my Misty already. I got the Merry Christmas one, and I stamped it on some Marsala. I think that was Marsala. And then embossed in gold. So, and I did put a little bit of ink around the outside to make it a little bit of a darker outside. I was thinking about layering it on here, but I have an idea that I want to try. So if you guys want to stick around and see how this works out, let's try something here. So like I said, I have some black cardstock. I'm just going to put my stamp over to the side. And I kind of wanted to stamp this plaid background onto my Raven and then emboss it in the Christmas Eve and see what that looks like, because I think that would look absolutely stunning. So let's go ahead and try that. I have my little pile to the side that's got all kinds of random things and everything gets lost in there. Just have to remember I'm throwing my stamps and everything on that side so I don't lose it. So how's everyone's day going so far? I'm so glad you guys are here crafting with me. I don't have anything going on this morning, so I just got the kids out to the playground, let them play, get some energy out, and now they are both sleeping. Hey Jennifer, thanks for popping in. I am just putting a little bit of adhesive on the back of my cardstock here, and I'm trying to, you know, run my fingers over it so it's not super tacky, because I really just want it to stay down in place over my, on my Misty, so I can stamp a few times if I need to. That's because I'm going to be using this background stamp, which is basically covering my whole thing, and I don't want to have it move on me if I need to stamp it several times. So I'm going to pick that up with my stamp, and you can see that I just got this not too long ago, and you can already see that it is well loved. I've already used it on quite a few backgrounds already. So let's see here. Let's put some of our Brutus Monroe embossing ink on our background. Make this and inked up. I have not embossed this part of the background stamp yet, so I wanted to see what happens when we go ahead and try to emboss. Now when I stamp it with ink, I know I get some spots that don't stamp all the way. They don't stamp completely, so I really want to make sure I get a lot of ink on here. Dee, this stamp is from Concord and Ninth. This is their plaid background stamp. Really cute stamp. I'm loving the plaid or the buffalo check. I feel like I'm seeing it everywhere this year. And maybe I should grab a few cards that I've made with it already. If you guys want to see that, I have my card here. So here's a few backgrounds that I've created already using this background stamp. So this one is just stamped with gray ink on a blue background, and this one is black ink on a white background. And it's just really cute, and you have these little lines in here that you can add in. So we'll see how it looks stamped and embossed. Hey Karen, thanks for popping in. So let's make sure we got all that ink on our background. I'm going to pull it up slowly. Let me see if I can. I think it's stamped pretty good. Maybe I'll go once more just to make sure I've got a really good stamped impression. Because I really want to see how this Christmas Eve embossing powder looks with this stamp. I have an idea in my head of how I want it to look. So let's see how that looks. Make sure we get some ink on there. Soak into the cardstock. All right. I think that might be pretty good. So let's pull our card base off of the Misty and try to emboss. I always forget that I probably stamp it and then cut it down to size. But I always like to cut down my card fronts before I put it in my Misty, so that I know it'll fit in there. But oh well, because now I have the whole thing embossed on the front and I don't want to get my fingers in it. So let's go ahead and sprinkle on. So is anybody getting this Christmas Eve embossing powder? Have you guys ordered it? I have to say that it's that red with that. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. With that gold glitter in there. And it's like Christmas in a jar. I love it. I think this is going to look amazing. Now you will get some gold glitter in your craft room. So don't be bothered by that. Oh my goodness. Can you guys see when I shine that in the light how glittery that is? It is amazing. Now let me put some more on here because I feel like this side doesn't have quite as much glitter. Let me get some more going on here. Tap that off. All right. So I'm just going to set this on the side. Yours is coming tomorrow. I can't wait. You guys have to post pictures to show us what you do with it because this is so much fun. Now you will get little pieces of glitter kind of flying around in your craft room. But it's such fine glitter, it's not really going to make, see I have a little bit coming off on my hands, but it's not too bad. So now since you have a lot of glitter in this background, I smudged it on the side there a little bit. I think I want to heat it from the bottom so that I don't lose a lot of that glitter. Can you guys see that gold? Wow, that is gorgeous. I know, isn't it gorgeous? I just want to sit here and watch it all day. I've got my heat gun. I'm going to get it nice and hot before I bring it to my paper so I can just, you know, sit here and shine that glitter a little bit for you guys. And let me go see. That's going to start melting. Alright, so now we've got it melting. Heat gun's not exactly, okay, there it goes. It's getting hotter now, so now it's going to start melting better. Unfortunately, when you're embossing a whole full background kind of deal, it's kind of hard not to get any warping since you do have to hold it onto your background for a while, but All right. I think it's mostly embossed. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any spots. Now that it's mostly melted, I'm going to go over the top just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Since it's already melted, that glitter is going to be kind of trapped in there already. All right. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I'm going to let it just cool down. Okay, so that looks pretty much as amazing as I thought it was going to. So I'm really happy with this background. Let me see if it's cooled down, and then I'm just gonna maybe, actually, you know what? Maybe it doesn't even need to be wiped away. Let's just do that. I was gonna see if I could wipe away some of that glitter. So I'm really lately kind of just getting rid of some of that loose glitter, but not a whole lot is coming off. So a lot of that glitter is staying right in that embossing powder. So that looks absolutely stunning. So now we have a background for one of our cards. Okay, bye Dee. Well, thanks for popping in. Hey Peggy, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. We're just doing some Christmas cards. I was thinking about, I don't know if I want to put this on a craft, but we'll see. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I can always use the other side of my Raven and just do a black card base, but then you're gonna have to use, put a liner in there to write on, or you like use a white gel pen or something when you write a sentiment. But we'll see. All right. You're doing good on the East Coast, Burr. Is it cold there already? I'm on the West Coast, so it's another sunny and gorgeous day here. We were outside playing in t-shirts this morning. So I have a little, let's see, a little frame here that I cut out using 2 of the Brutus Monroe dies. And I used these circle dies. I just used 2 of the sizes, and I stacked them together on my paper, and I cut it out to make a frame. And I thought it would be kind of fun to make a frame and then maybe put a sentiment in the middle. And then I have all of these flowers that I've die cut already. And I was thinking about layering these sort of on the front, making a really Christmassy Christmas card. And then I'll probably stamp and emboss here a sentiment. You missed the West Coast. Yeah, because was it you, Peggy, or maybe someone else that used to live in this area, like the San Francisco area? We're like about an hour away from San Francisco. I know there's somebody that used to live over here that I know online. So let's see. I wanted to, you know what? What should we make that? I don't want to leave this white. I want to make this a color. Okay, yes. I think it was you. You used to live on Travis, because that's where we are. We're at Travis. So that's really cool. Small world. So there's a poinsettia on our background. And let's go ahead and find a sentiment for the background here. So what do I have for my Christmas? I have this new stamp set from Brutus Monroe, and let's use Merry Christmas. Small world. It's so funny how we go to a brand new place where we don't know anyone, and yet we'll still make connections somehow. Somehow, there's always someone who knows someone or something like that. It's just amazing. Okay, so I'm going to grab my embossing powder and add that down here and get my stamp log. Oh. Have you guys ever choked yourself on these powder bags? I don't know. Mine is like sending out a lot of powder when I use it, and when I breathe in, it's like I'm inhaling inhaling that powder. I can basically taste it. Amazing. Oh, it's snowing in Canada already? Yikes. Oh, and you're getting snow too, Peggy? Wow. I grew up in Wisconsin, so we used to get a lot of snow. I mean, they do get a lot of snow there, but I haven't spent a Wisconsin winter there for a few years, so I haven't had to deal with snow for a while. So I'm going to just stamp that down, and hopefully that's straight. I think that looks pretty good. And I'll use my gilded because we need more gold, right? It's not Christmas unless you have gold. So I'm kind of excited to have a really mild winter here in California. I mean, Oklahoma had some winters where it was cold and windy, not as much snow, but the wind really made it feel colder anyway. So I'm hoping we have a mild winter. No snow in San Diego, woohoo! Yep, we have no snow here either. We're San Francisco, a little bit north of you, but... Oh no, it snowed when you were here once? Did it? It probably didn't stick around, right? Did it melt pretty fast? All right, look at how fast that melted. Amazing. Yeah, I have some cousins who used to live in Oregon, Portland area, and they said if they got a little bit of snow, everything would shut down. Basically, nobody knew how to drive in it, and everyone would just go home and wait till it, yeah, like 10 minutes. That's funny. My son, my poor son, he's 3, and he sees, you know, pictures of snowmen everywhere, and so far in his little life, we really haven't had that much snow. I think there was one, maybe maybe 2 winters ago, where he had enough snow that we could go out, you know, put some boots on and go out, and he was so excited. He was like pulling off his jammies at the door to get out there to get in the snow. Hey Daniel, thanks for joining. So we are just making some Christmas cards. Let me see, this edge is not quite straight, so I'm going to try to cut that off. But anyway, my son has been sort of, you know, not experienced a lot of snow like I used to. All right, so that looks a lot better. We'll do that on front. So I'm using the Christmas Eve embossing powder. I saw that you used this one, Daniel, on one of your 5-minute cards, and it looked amazing. And so now I'm trying to use it here. So I don't know if I like this white on this background. I don't want it white, and I don't know if I want it black, because that might blend into the background. Should I emboss it in some more gold? What do you guys think? Should I use gold? I could cut it out of, no, red cardstock would kind of blend in with these too much, I think. Kind of thinking I might go ahead and emboss it in gold. Yeah, what do you guys think? Gold? Let's go with that. So I'm just going to grab, here's my ink. I lose things all the time when I get crafting. Okay, so I'm just going to squish that on. Squish it on. I'm only going to do half right now so that I can hold one side while I emboss, and then I'll do the other side. And let's see. I really love like all of those untraditional type palettes on cards, like the pinks and the blues and stuff, but I think my favorite still has to be like reds and greens and golds. Definitely gold for Christmas. I know, wasn't his card so pretty yesterday? I loved it too. Let's see. Let's go ahead and emboss. And then we'll go ahead and emboss the other side. I want to make sure this is kind of cooled down. I don't want to smudge it because I've done that before. I just want to add some more ink and emboss the other side. Where did I put my coffee filter? There it goes. What When do you guys like to start decorating for Christmas? We always, pretty much the day of Thanksgiving, my husband gets the tree up, and then I go crazy around the house decorating. This year will be fun. Being in a new house, we'll have to figure out where everything goes. What we want. Oh no! I just spilled my embossing powder. Don't worry, I'll pick it up. Okay, let's see how we can do this. I know, the gold looks so much better than the white. All right, let's see. Picking up embossing powder. This is why I love my nonstick craft mat, because I can pick up that powder. Let me put a little sheet of paper under my, and then just scrape it on them. You guys don't have a set time where you decorate? I actually have a few decorations up already because I found a few things at the store and I couldn't wait to see how they fit, where I'm going to put them. So I already have a few things up, but I'm going to try to refrain from totally decorating the whole house already until after Thanksgiving. All right. So I got most of that back into my jar. And I'm just going to pick up the rest of that with my cloth. Yikes. Embossing powder everywhere. Okay, where's my lid? There it is. Put that back on so it doesn't spill again. And let's go ahead and finish this. Ta-da! So now we have a gold frame, and let's see what that looks like. I like that. A lot better. That looks really pretty. And then we're gonna, oh, you still have your stocking mantle holders? That's really funny. I would be tempted. I would honestly be tempted to leave our lights up every year just so we don't have to put them back up, but I don't think our landlord would like that. Maybe our neighbors would be like, take your lights down, please. So let's see. I just want to kind of lay things out here and see how it's going to look. Yes, that gold is much better. Maybe I can layer that sort of in here so you can see the Christmas a little bit better. Guys, I have gold glitter everywhere. Can you see my hands? I'm going to have glitter around the house for days. All right. Oh, do you still have some things up too, Jennifer? That is too funny. Too funny. You know, I love the Christmas decorating. I do. And I would leave things up all year too, but there's also something really nice about starting the new year and taking all the decorations down and having like a bare clean house again. I don't know what it is. I think I just like, I like space, and I like my house isn't organized, but I like organized looking things. So maybe it's kind of part of that. So I'm kind of liking how this is looking. And then I have a few of these smaller ones. Maybe we can layer some over here on this side and kind of hide any glue. So I'm thinking that looks really good. So let's go ahead and start kind of gluing things down. Maybe I should pop up this frame, or should we leave it down? Maybe I'll just glue it down because we already have a lot of dimension with that flower. And I'm going to glue it on the back side to kind of hide some of that glue. Let's see. So here's my craft glue. My little bottle is kind of starting to run out, but I have another big bottle on hand, so I will not run out of this stuff. All right. Let's see here. Try to make sure that this is straight. well, you know what? That might actually work. It's a little bit off. I'm gonna add some glue here. And then I want to trim that off on the sides. Probably better to trim. I know, don't you love the glue too? It's become my favorite liquid glue. It holds really well, but it doesn't dry so fast that you don't have any time to adjust anything. So it gives you a little wiggle room, but it also holds really well. Okay, there. Now let's go ahead and adhere that down. Right about here. You have a candle holder and 2 cone trees up from last year yet? Well, you know what? Now it doesn't look out of place because Christmas is coming. So you can just, you know, act like you meant that. Whenever I put my Christmas decorations, like, it does not fail. I miss something. We get all of our decorations put away and in their bins in the garage, and I'm like, oh, well, that thing is still out. So it takes me a while to pick it up and actually put it away because I don't want to go pulling all the storage bins out again. All right, so let's see. I should figure out what kind of card base I want to put this on. I'll just put this on a black card base. So I'm going to go ahead and score this. And fold 5.5. Because I think I want to adhere this down now before I get too far into this. And it's going to be easier to stick it down now than it will be when I have so many embellishments on the front. And then I will put like a liner on the inside so I can write with a regular pencil. I know, isn't it fun, Peggy? You see somebody else do something and then you want to go grab all your supplies and try it. That's what happens to me. Just floating through Instagram or Pinterest or seeing what all my friends are up to. And I want to go grab all my stamps and start making things. I try to make cards for my friends and family, Christmas cards every year. So I usually try to make a good handful of Christmas cards myself. And I try to start in September. I just haven't gotten started yet. So I've got maybe like 10 of them done so far, but I'd like to get more done before it gets really busy. So I'm just kind of curling up this paper here. And I think I'm just going to start adhering it down just like that. Now, my envelopes that I use, they are bigger. They're actually for a 5x7 card. So I have a little bit hanging off here on the edge, and I know it's going to still fit into my envelope. But if you have envelopes that are, you know, for an A2 size card, you want to make sure that you don't have anything hanging on the edge, because that's going to make it hard to, you know, put it in an envelope and send it. So I'm hoping that's not covering up the Christmas too much, but it's already kind of getting glued down, so we're going to go with it. Oh, wow. So you made 5 farmhouse signs? That's amazing. Do you stencil them or just paint them or do Cricut stuff? I have a few pillows that, some canvas pillows that I want to put some kind of writing or something on. So there we go. Let's see. Oh, I see Daniel just added a link to the glue. Oh, thank you. I will. Yep. Okay. I guess I have to push show. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah. So that's the glue that I'm using. There's a link right there that Daniel posted if anyone's interested in it. Oh, thank you so much, Daniel. That was really sweet. I know it's hard to kind of post your links while you're live. Sometimes I'll go back and do it later, but a lot of times I just get busy and I forget. But they were the chalkboard style. That's cool. I really love that style. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was saying I have some canvas pillows that I want to put some kind of saying on. And I did do a burlap Christmas pillow already, and I have a few other Christmas pillows and things that I want to create with. I've been busy with my cards, so I haven't gotten to them. Yeah, definitely go check out the link. I really love this liquid glue, and it comes in this smaller size and then your bigger size, and then it does have, you can buy a fine tip applicator if you want to do that too. And now that I think about it, I have another fine tip one somewhere that I might have to add on to that, because that would be. So I have one flower on here, and I think it's looking amazing. So maybe I'll see if I can add another one over on the side. Oops. Maybe a few up here. What do you guys think? With a few of these little flowers. Definitely a lot of red going on. Yeah, you definitely should try some of this glue, Jennifer, if you need some more, because I honestly really love it. It's been my go-to. And I used to, I can't even, it's way buried down here. I was using this Tombow glue, which is good too. But I just really like this Brutus Monroe. It dries quickly, but not too quick, so that you can still kind of mess around with it, and it dries clear, so you don't have to worry about it showing from behind any of your embellishments. Okay, there you go. And then Daniel just posted a link for the bigger bottle if you want the bigger one. Thank you, Daniel. I have to tell you, my brother's name is Daniel, so every time I say Daniel, I think about him. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and glue some of these things down. And I'm just kind of running out here, so I have to keep banging my glue bottle down. There we go. Oh, your fiance's name is Daniel? That's too cool. Teamwork, that's right. So it's kind of funny because my whole family, you know, he's my brother and everything, so I call him Daniel, but his friends all call him Dan, and I just think that's really funny. It just sounds funny to me because I'm like, no, your name is Daniel. But there we go. Let's get that into place. Your sister's name is Paula Marie. That is too cool. Actually, I think Marie is more of a common middle name because everyone I meet, I tell them my name and they're like, oh, I'll remember that. That's my middle name. And I thought, yep, I've heard that. I think it's more of a common middle name. Let's put one here. Oh, your family calls you Danny Lee? That's funny. My grandpa would call my brother Danny Boy. And then he would call me Ree. There's Ree. There we go. Whoops. Sticking to my fingers. Okay. Let's get that put into place. And then just one more leaf, I think. And that will be done. Try to slip that under there. I like to add the leaves last because I am kind of particular about how I like them sort of sticking out. So it's probably easier to glue them down first, but I think it's just the way I like it. I like to put them in last, slip them in there. Rhea's your sister's nickname? That's cool. Yeah, that is so funny. All right, so I have most of my flowers sort of just kind of glued on there. And because we don't have enough glitter already and shine, I kind of think a few sequins would look good. What do you guys think? Should we go with, I have some of these big ones in here. I'm kind of thinking like these clear ones that are just really shiny. Oh, you want to make your own invitations, like for your wedding? That would be so cool. Yeah, these tools, they do come in handy. So if you're new to card making, let me think. Definitely get yourself a good paper trimmer. And what else? I like my scoreboard for making nice, clean scores. But yeah, tools are a good thing to invest in because, you know, you'll be using those all the time. And then I don't know. It depends on what you're trying to do, but if you want to emboss, I would say yourself some good basic colors of embossing powder. Like I love this gilded. That's what's here on my frame. I use it on everything basically. And yeah, there's so many tools out there. So it kind of depends on what you're going for and what you're trying to make. But it's easy to kind of get sucked in and try to buy everything at once. So let's see. I think that looks pretty good. Just a few sparkly sequins. And I'm going to put the extra ones back in here. This sequin mix is from Dress My Craft. So if you like, you know, cute sequin mixes, go over there and check them out because they have some really fun ones. This one's got some little hearts in it and some little clear stars. And then they have these other ones here. Of course, I've got Kindred Stamp and Brutus Monroe ones too. So lots of places to get fun sequins. Yes, the Wagner heat tool. I have to say, I wish I had bought that one to begin with. I started with like the Doris one and it worked for quite a while. But it was almost like it started dying on me to where it was not as hot. So then I had to hold it on my paper longer and it would warp my paper really bad. So last Christmas, the heat tool was my Christmas present and I am so happy with the Wagner one. It's just so much better. It heats up faster and it's just so much better for embossing. I just love it. So I wish I would have started with the Wagner because I think it's a really good buy. It's a little bit more expensive, but I think it's worth it. I feel like it's going to last me a lot longer. So there we go. There is a super Christmassy Christmas card. I mean, come on, would you? I think if I pulled this out of an envelope, I would be like, oh my goodness, this is going on the mantle. Because look at that embossing powder with the gold in it. So fun. So that one definitely is going to go to probably family. I know, look at that shine. Isn't it amazing? So one thing when you're embossing this powder, since it's got all of that glitter in there, the glitter is kind of loose. It'll kind of fly around. But if you heat it from the back side of your card, it's not going to blow that glitter as much. And when that embossing powder melts, it's going to hold that, it's going to trap that glitter in. So try heating it from the back and then you won't get all of that flying around. So because this is a black cardstock, and if you don't have a white gel pen and you don't want to, you know, you want to write a note in it still, a lot of times I'll put a little liner. So I have a little bit of scrap cardstock. I'm just going to measure it and cut it down, and then I'll just add it there. Okay, and then Dell just added a link for the embossing powder of the month. So this is November's embossing powder of the month. So if you sign up for that, you should still get November's. And then every month is a new embossing powder, a new color that's unique, and it's $8. So you get the embossing powder. It includes shipping, and then you also get a 15% discount because you are a subscriber to the Brutus Monroe store. So you can use that on any of the Brutus Monroe items, so the Brutus Monroe brands. It is really amazing, really it is. Let's see, so I have a lot of embossing powder on my on my desk now, so let me just wipe that off, and I'm going to put down this little line inside. Yeah, it is a good deal. I mean, 15% is a pretty good discount. It used to be 10, but they just upped it to 15. So it's a discount that you can use on all of the Brutus Monroe items. It does not apply to bundles or any of the boxes because those are already discounted. They're already giving them to you at a really good price. So can't work on those. But if you're a subscriber to any of the subscriptions, whether it is the Embossing Club or the Stamp Club or the Inspiration Boxes or any of those kind of things, you'll get a 15% discount. So there you have a little liner on the inside, and it might be kind of cute. I wanted to just kind of stamp a little image in there, like a little something up there. I don't think I'm going to, but you could stamp a little something on the inside. Does Brutus Monroe have paint? They don't really have paint, Jennifer. They do have, well, actually, they just came out with their aqua pigments, which is a watercolor. So these are a watercolor. It's not going to give you like coverage on a home decor sign or anything, but you can definitely watercolor with these, they're really fun, so much fun. And they have a ton of different colors, and they just had some new ones come out. Other than that, they don't really have paint, but they do have a surface spray is what it's called, and I don't have it on hand right now. But this spray that they have, it is permanent. You can put it on fabric, you can put it on different surfaces like wood or even tiles, and once it's dried and heat set, it's permanent. So you could probably use that on a lot of different surfaces. So that's kind of what they have in the line of paint. Brutus Monroe has a lot of there we go. Daniel just posted a thing for the watercolors. Yeah, they are a lot of fun. Let me show you a little bit. Let me see if I have an example of a card I made with those. Okay, so I just made that one yesterday with the aqua pigments, and then this one as well. And this is one of their new stamp sets as well. And then I have another one over here. I've been using the aqua pigments a lot, so I have a lot of cards that I made with those. And then here's a more fall one, and I painted this background with the aqua pigments. Thank you guys. Yeah, they're really fun. And let's see, they come in a full ounce glass bottle and a child-proof lid. And then you have your dropper on the inside that you can, just pour out as much as you need. And then you can put it back into your bottle if you want, or you can just let it dry in your palette. And then if you want to use it again, just, add a little bit of water and you can pick it up and add it to your project. These were kind of fun because I actually added, if you have little mini misters, I added some into here. And then I just sprayed it on the background. So you can kind of make your own spray, and it's really fun. I know. They are really cool. I have them all too, except for the new metallic ones, and I really want to get those as well. Yeah, mostly painting for the past few years. You found card videos. Do you make videos, Jennifer, or do you have like an Instagram or a blog or something? I'd love to see your artwork. Yeah, I'm I'm not like a really great watercolor artist, but if I have a background that I can just paint in, I can add some layers of the color and it looks really fun and pretty. So, yep. So that's what they have for paints right now, the watercolors. And then, yeah, come back to Travis. Yeah, you should. If you are ever in the area, just let me know. We can meet up. It would be really fun to meet in person. You have seen me, Dell, on Instagram. So you're on Instagram. Okay. I'll have to look you up and, you know, friend you because that's really cool. Definitely. It's always fun to meet your online friends in person. Last few years when I've gone to Creativation, it's been so much fun to kind of just meet the people that I feel like I already know. So I'm looking forward to going again this year and just saying hi to everybody. So anyway, do you guys have any more questions or anything you want to chat about? Otherwise, I'm going to kind of pop off of here and see what I can get done around the house before the kids wake up. Or maybe they're already awake. So, Jenny DP. Okay, I will look you up because I want to see some of your artwork now. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head off, but thanks for stopping by and just chatting with me and helping me make some decisions on my card. And I just love this. I might actually make a few more of them in this style because that gold in the background is just gorgeous. But anyway, thank you, and I hope you guys have a great day. So, bye.